Okay, so this is the JJRC flying. I'll do a quick video on it. It's been flown for about 6 minutes already, so I'm not expecting it to last very long. Controllers on, turn it off, turn it back on. So literally we 2 in for calibration, then it's 2 out to arm, and it's left, right and the left stick to get it to fly. And off we go. Oh, we're out of battery. That didn't last very long. So I'll be doing another video on this before I get rid of it. So speak to you soon. Okay, so we've got the next helicopter flight, which is the JJRC X1, sorry, my bad, not H. So, connect to battery. Now this one can cope with outdoor flying, but again, it does not cope well in wind. It's so light, this one, it's just not even worth it, I'm telling you. I've done this a few times and lost it a few times, so. This one's a lot more stable. So I put that back into mode 1. I just literally took off in mode 3 before. It's now in mode 1. Let's put it back. Again, this thing's got no position hold or nothing fancy. It just literally flies on the spot. So if there's any wind, it would be prepared to lose it. I've already lost this about 4 times, this thing. Yeah, it does not hold wind very well. That's what you pay for when you get more money put into one of these things. You end up with more features. So like, for example, the DJI Maverick, I've flown one of those. They have altitude hold and all sorts, so they'll counteract the wind as well to a certain degree, which is what you want. When they've got no wind counteraction, you have no control over what it's doing. The other thing as well, you can mod it, but I'm not going to bother. See the lights? You can't really see them very well. That's another good thing about the time that it came out, is that you can actually see that for yourself. It's not very distinctive, and it's not even that dark yet. So it's can be a bit of a problem flying one of these things at night time. So I wouldn't recommend that either. I think it's high enough you're not seeing it because of it. Yeah, it's pretty good. I would recommend it to someone who wants something really fast and You know, don't want to spend too much money, don't want to lose it, they don't want GPS on it, or I don't know. My honest opinion though, I'd aim for one of the racers with GPS on it because they're very fast. They're faster than this. This thing's probably as fast as the Maverick is on a good day. So like, say if you had your Maverick in sport mode, the performance out of this is what you'd expect from it. I mean, it's around about that performance. So we're going to do a, get it down. I'm going to do a mode 3 punch in a minute. So, go! Put that down. So yeah, that's that. So one more. 3, 2, 1. And it's gone. It's that quick. It is quick, seriously. But right, so just had a bit of a tumble there. Don't know if I can rearm it after it's had a tumble. No, you can't. It literally has no response. So that's something else to worry about. If you have a tumble in this thing, do not expect to be trying to fly it out of wherever you've tumbled. It literally goes into like safety mode and you cannot fly it. You have to literally, as you can see, that's my calibration. It's doing nothing. Even arm in. Oh, yeah, nothing. So you have to literally disconnect the battery and reconnect it. Really annoying, especially if you lose this somewhere high because you're not getting it back. So something to be prepared about. I honestly recommend, if you seriously do have the money and you're thinking, oh, I'll just buy something cheap to fly it, to learn how to fly it, don't do that. That's the worst thing you could do, because that will put you off. I'm telling you, if you're going to spend good money on one of these in the first place, just do it, because they're a lot easier to fly. The Maverick has safety options. You're not going to lose it. I'm just warning you. That's the best option. Just buy the Maverick and put it in beginner mode. You're not going to lose that. You're not going to have any problems whatsoever. But this, it's very doing its own thing. Doesn't really care what you want type thing. It just flies. You put a camera on these things. It has a port on the bottom for it, but not a fan of that stuff for these little cheap things. It's not worth it. I mean, literally, you take it up and there's wind up there, but there's no wind where you are. You're going to lose it. That's why I say the Maverick's the better option. At least if you do lose it, you do have the video footage thing, but I guess you still put that on a cheap one. But at least if you do lose it, it's got the return to home. There's any number of things you can do. This thing does not have return to home, doesn't flip, nothing fancy, it's just a fast flyer, which I say it's around about 40 to 50 mile an hour, nothing that fast, to be honest. Running off a 2-cell battery, from what I can tell. I would, like I say, highly suggest. The other one I was looking at was the Eachine Wizards 220. That's what I'd probably recommend. It's got weight to it, so it's less susceptible to being blown around in the wind, which is what you want. So yeah, not sure where you can see this thing. Let me pivot the camera up a bit. You might be able to see a bit better whilst I'm flying it. Yep, that's a bit better. Mode 2, mode 3. I do funnels in mode 3. You can't do any other mode, but like that. I don't know if you saw that very well. Oh. Let's try and do. There you go. Yeah, once they're up there, because they're so light, they take ages to come back down again, so just be prepared. Do not take it up too high if you're not used to flying these things, because they're not comfortable going up that high. Because of the weight, they just literally get either blown around or they take ages to come down. You have to just cut the throttle. So you have to just drop out the air because it takes too long to come down. And they're only 15 minutes battery life. I guarantee most of you ain't going to want to wait there for 2 minutes for it to drop out the air. So, yeah. Another reason why I say the Maverick is a far better drone than any of these cheap things is just because of that as well. You know, it counteracts all that extra wind you're getting up there. So you're not thinking, oh, is it coming down yet? Or it should have been down by now. It's the same every time you fly it. So, the reason why I keep mentioning that is because, I mean, think about it. This thing's, what, 100 quid, roughly? Maybe just under. The Maverick's about 1,000, so 10 times the price. It's like buying 10 of these, and you get something that's far better, in all fairness. Depends what you're after. But just flying in general is your thing, then for beginners, just remember, these things are very violent. It's in mode 3. In mode 2, no, 1 now, let's do 2. That was a punch. Still pretty quick. I think mode 2 is probably the more controllable mode on this thing. Yeah, this is probably one of the most featureless kind of drones you could fly. So if you want to fly it naked, with no features, no fancy things on it, this. So, mode 3. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's quite good. Other things to say about it? Yeah, oh, the first blades that you get with it, do not touch them. I mean, they are garbage. So, I would suggest getting the JJRC Pro props. I can't remember the code of it. I'll put it in the video. But yeah, you get 3 sets with them. And trust me, you put them on, not only is it quieter, it's faster, it's more stable. So it's a no-brainer to put those blades on. I found with the standard ones it was a bit all over the place and I didn't feel like I was in control. A bit bad of JJRC doing that with standard blades, but yeah, it's cheap, you can't really complain. I think they cost me about 8 quid. Oh, they cost me about 8 quid. This thing's probably nearly out of battery. Like one more time, if I can get away with it. Yeah, they're the stubby ones. They're not very. Can't really see it very well because it's getting dark now. But yeah. Oh, I got this got a light. I'll just show you another time. It's they're just these ones. They've got like a camouflage effect to them. That's what they look like. Sort of like a Minecrafty camouflage effect on the top of them. They are a fair bit shorter than the standard blades, but I wouldn't dare fly this thing with standard blades on it. It's quite vicious, to be honest. It won't stay where you want it to stay, move around. You always feel like the calibration's out when it's not. So there we go. There we go. Again, trim on the controller. Probably can't see it very well, but yeah, you see it there. That's trim. That's what I adjusted to stop it from twisting slightly. Oh, and end up knocking the camera. like I say, there's no settings on these things or features or stability or anything fancy, so it's very vicious depending on how you fly it sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna fly this thing until it pretty much dies now, so I'll speak to you soon.